All right, hi everyone. This video is for the 10th through 12th graders for the 2018-2019 school year at Insight School of Minnesota. I want to welcome you to Insight and introduce myself. I'm your advisor. My name is Abby Vaughn. This is my second year as the 10th through 12th grade advisor at Insight. And I just want to share a little bit about myself. I am very interested in design. I love doing crafts and do-it-yourself projects, and I'm a big fan of the outdoors. Last little tidbit is that I recently became a dog mom. I got a dog just a few months ago. His name is Huron, like the lake, like Lake Huron, and he's a mini Australian Shepherd. My role as your advisor is that I serve as your go-to person before school starts and then throughout the school year as well. I work to support you by getting information to you, reminders, announcements, any other information that comes up throughout the school year. And then I also will be checking in with you throughout the school year, monthly and weekly. I'll be reaching out to touch base and just see how things are going and how I can best support you. I will be contacting you this school year by email, by phone calls, and by text message if you prefer. We can work that out. With my contacting you, though, one thing I really want to emphasize is that when I contact you and reach out to you, I expect you to then also get back to me, whether it be by email, phone call, by text. Communication is key at an online school, so when I'm reaching out and communicating with you, I expect you then to be getting back to me in a prompt and timely manner, so we can let each other know what's going on and just better work together, and so I can better help support you this school year. My contact information is below: my email, my office phone number, and then my text message only number. These will be found basically on any email that I send you. There's a couple different places you can find them throughout the school year. I am always happy to connect with you, whatever mode you might want to, but yeah, you'll have the access to that information throughout the school year. The next thing I want to touch on is some important things to do before school starts. So first thing on this here is to log into the student and learning coach accounts many times before the first day of school. Learning coaches, you'll have to log in first, and then you'll be prompted to set up the student account. There's information on that to come on how to specifically do that. You'll also need to check email frequently and get started on the Strong Start checklist as soon as you receive it from me. So this checklist will include how to log in as a learning coach, and then again prompts you to set up the student account right after you're done logging in as a learning coach. But anyways, moving on. It's important to work on this checklist. This checklist will include a few of the things, the 4 little bullet points that are more indented in the middle of the screen. Things like downloading Blackboard Collaborate, having the most updated version of it. There will be a link to download this in the Strong Start checklist, and you'll need to have this done before you can attend orientation and the rest of your classes. This is really important to have throughout the school year because this is how you attend class. There will also be a live orientation. This will help you become familiar with the way things run at Insight and help better prepare you for the school year, so it's required to attend that. You'll want to complete your online learning course, ORN 010. You can find directions on how to get to this in the Strong Start checklist as well. And then the last little thing here is to contact me for a connection call. This connection call is a time for us to connect, make sure you're working on the checklist, and also so I can answer any questions or concerns you guys might have. I would be happy to. So the last little point on this slide is the question, do you have a designated workplace for your schooling? This is a really important question because this can really help you to focus and to find success here at Insight. It's often beneficial for students to have a quiet place that is free of distractions, has good internet connection, preferably, at a desk or a surface you can work on, and also has an outlet so you can charge a computer. These things are really, really helpful in focusing every day, working schoolwork and getting what you need to get done so that you can have a successful school year at Insight. So if you don't already have a space like this, I would really, really strongly recommend that you set one up as soon as you can. This is the Strong Start checklist that I mentioned just a little while ago. There are 9 different items for you to be working on. I mentioned some of them on the slide before, but you will receive this checklist in a welcome email from me. So the welcome email will have a link to my advisor page, which is where you can find the checklist. And the advisor page also has many other helpful resources and information for students and learning coaches. But again, the checklist is really important for you to work through and complete so you can get off to a strong start here at Insight. One other thing I wanted to kind of talk through is what a typical school day looks like at Insight. So I would say the first thing of a typical school day is to be sure that you're logging in and giving yourself enough time to get to your Class Connect sessions. You will have Class Connect sessions anywhere from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. during the day, and you're required to attend all of these every day, Monday through Friday. Our attendance policy is 6 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and a full day of attendance. These 6 hours are made up of attending all live Class Connect sessions, completing and turning in all assignments, projects, etc. These two things together equal the key to being successful here at Insight. And we want you to be successful here so we can get you closer to graduation like this guy. He was really excited to graduate. And I know that you guys will have the same feeling of accomplishment and pride when we work together to get you guys to graduation. So those are some important things to know about a typical school day. The next thing I wanted to talk about is logging in. That's kind of the first step to getting to school, as we might say. So this is the K-12 homepage. If you just search, www.k12 in your search bar, this page will come up, and you can access your login through here. The login is in the red circle towards the right side of the screen, OLS login. That is where learning coaches and students will log in to their accounts. Learning coaches, you won't need to use the parent portal anymore once the student is enrolled with us. Students and learning coaches will use the OLS login. Once you hit that and type in your login information, it'll take you to the online school homepage. So this is the view of a student account. You will have your My Schedule tab, and the Class Connect sessions are found under a little events box in the My Schedule tab. We'll look at that in a little bit. There's also the Classes tab. These are on the left-hand side of the screen. The Classes tab is where you will find your actual classes. You click into the boxes with the classes, and you'll find homework, tests, projects for each class in that little page. Also want to point your attention to the access of student email. You can access your student email by clicking on the little envelope with the page sticking out. Students, you will have a student email account, and that'll be the form of email communication that we use with you. We use your student email account, not a personal email account. And then you will also know that it is your student account because your name will be up in the upper right-hand corner where it says your name. So the My Schedule tab, like I mentioned, student email account and name, again, are in the upper right-hand corner. The Classes tab, again, homework and readings are found here. The little assignments box is where you will find assignments listed for each day that are due on that specific day. Under the Progress tab, when you've completed an assignment, you'll see a green check appear. And then you can, under the Events box, this is where you'll access your live Class Connect sessions. You will find the live classes. It'll say, maybe English, at this time. You'll click it, and then it'll pop up the Class Connect session. You can also find links for recordings of past Class Connect sessions in the events box when you go to select a date. So you can select the date that you would like to go to, and it will show the events that were scheduled on that day or are to be scheduled on that day. And then the last thing I want to point out is the overdue reminder. So where that kind of green-blue little box is on the right-hand side, this is where you'll find a reminder of overdue assignments needing to be completed if you have any. But hopefully we want to keep that as low or to a 0 as much as we can. I also wanted to give you guys a look at the Learning Coach account. Learning Coaches, you won't have your own email like the students have their own school email. You have the option to send an email from this page that will go to school staff or teachers, but your responses will go back to your personal email. So that's how we'll communicate with you over email. The My Students tab, you can see a view of your students' courses, live Class Connect schedule, their progress, and then edit account information. The My Schedule tab for Learning Coaches allows you to access Class Connect sessions that are scheduled for Learning Coaches specifically. And then again, you'll see your Learning Coach name up in the upper right-hand corner. Also, just a couple sites that'll be really important for you to bookmark. The login page, once you hit the OLS login on the K-12 homepage, it'll take you to log into your online school, which is the little screenshots that we see here on the left-hand side. We have a Weebly page for Insight School of Minnesota, like a little web page. There's also a 10th through 12th grade page that is specific, obviously, to 10th through 12th graders. I recommend you check that out. There's lots of resources for students and learning coaches on this Weebly site. It's incredibly helpful. And then our Facebook page. If you search Insight Minnesota, you can find our Facebook page, and this will have updates and event announcements. So I recommend liking that. And I also just wanted to end then by letting you guys know that I'm really excited to work with you this year. I have a good feeling about this school year, and I'm really just hoping that we can make it the best school year yet. So feel free to reach out with any questions or concerns that you have. I will be reaching out to you as well. Again, I'm excited to work with you and support you this school year. So let's make it a wonderful one. Thank you, guys.